What is going on, guys? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today I want to talk about how JJ McCarthy's rise in the NFL draft has a massive impact on the New York Jets. Now, what you might be thinking is, Matt, are you saying you want the Jets to draft JJ McCarthy at pick 10? No, please no. I don't want the Jets to use 10 overall on JJ McCarthy. I personally am not crazy high on JJ. Maybe he turns out to be one of the better quarterbacks from this year's draft class. I don't know. There's no way to tell that right now. But supposedly the NFL is significantly higher on JJ McCarthy than most NFL fans, the media, you know, those kinds of scouts, not NFL scouts, but like social media scouts or people who work for different companies who are kind of just down on JJ McCarthy. I don't think there's a ton of people that I know who view JJ McCarthy as a top 15 pick, but apparently he's going to go very, very high in the in the NFL draft, and that's going to help out the Jets in a big way. So Destin Adams, who covers the Indianapolis Colts, said the NFL is significantly higher on JJ McCarthy than I ever could have imagined. I had a direct source today share that a team in the NFC has him as their quarterback too. That sounds absolutely nuts, by the way. Thor Nystrom quote tweets it and says JJ McCarthy will not be available at 11, meaning that he believes that JJ McCarthy is going to be a top 10 pick in the NFL draft. I don't think the Jets are taking him at pick number 10, but what that means is more than likely there will be 4 quarterbacks going in the top 9, which then pushes elite level talent down the board right to where the Jets are going to be sitting at pick number 10. Or potentially, depending on how the board falls, the Jets could be sitting there at 10, and then the next 4 teams after them, Minnesota at 11, Denver at 12, Vegas at 13, New Orleans at 14, they might end up wanting to jockey for position, jump in front of the other, and might want to trade up to where the Jets are for the pick. So what if the Jets moved back a couple of spots, right, and still drafted a tackle? Like, there's a world where maybe the Jets are sitting there, and there's 2 really good tackles there, and you know, Denver wants to jump in front of Minnesota, so they trade up, and then the Jets could be sitting there and either, let's use Fashanu and Fuaga for this example, they both could be there at 12, or the Jets could move back, still get Fuaga or Fashanu, one of those 2 guys, and then gain a second-round pick in the process, if not more. That's crazy. That sounds fantastic. Sign me the heck up for that immediately. So I don't want the Jets to draft JJ McCarthy. I'm not advocating for that. Most Jet fans want to see an offensive lineman taken. Some want to see Brock Bowers or Rome Odunze. And then there's a few I feel like who are in the Michael Penix hive. But moral of the story, this is not about the Jets being the team that's going to be in on JJ McCarthy, and that's why it's helping out the Jets, because there's a 4th quarterback coming into the fold, and that's the guy who's going to be there at 10, and you draft him and sit him behind Aaron Rodgers. No, this is all about multiple quarterbacks going in the top 10, because previously it felt like the New York Jets would have only maybe Drake May and Caleb Williams coming off the board before them. And then the rise of Jane Daniels happened, and now he's in serious consideration to go number 3 overall. If not number 3, he will be a top 10 pick. And now there's talks with JJ McCarthy as the latest example of someone who is going to go significantly higher than most people are expecting. Again, I'm not saying I agree with that. I'm not saying that I value JJ McCarthy that high, just that NFL GMs and scouts and the NFL world likes him a lot for some reason. And if that's the case, great. It only helps the Jets because that pushes more talent down the board to where they will be picking at pick 10. So this is huge. Big for the New York Jets. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Once again, you can follow on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. Subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you next time.